Welcome to another edition of the UMO Coaches Show here on the Trojan Sports Network. I'm Ryan Smith, joined this afternoon by head men's soccer coach Sean Brennan. And coach, it's been a little while since we've talked. The season's wrapped up, firmly into the preseason, or well, the end of preseason really at this point. But we'll go back and talk about the end of last year. You guys, first year of your program, had some stumbling blocks to get over, but really saw the team click and push towards the end of the year, and really kind of saw the fruition of your system kind of coming to light. Just talk about what your thoughts were at the, kind of towards the end of the season.
Yeah, it took us a long time, but I think we finished on a really high note. The guys left with a ton of momentum. They were very confident going into the off-season. I think a lot of people saw the direction of where the program is going, and the future is quite bright. So I was pleased with how we finished. I was pleased with how the guys responded after a very, very rough September. And we responded the best way possible by just pushing forward, continuing to learn and grow, and because of that we were able to get a lot of success in October.
And obviously now you guys have taken that momentum into the preseason, and obviously having some new signees and having new kids kind of come into the system and try to learn it as well. And you've kind of been busy within yourself, obviously having the birth of your first child and your son, so congratulations.
Thank you.
For that. So on top of already everything else you've got going on, now
Yeah.
you've got baby son at home. So congratulations with that. What has been the momentum? Obviously, you have a couple of competitions already competed so far this year. What have you seen out of the guys so far in preseason?
They're really driven. They get to training every day and they want to get better. The work rate's been incredible, which has always been that way. But I can just see an added excitement to want to learn, to want to be better. We've done a lot of stuff in the classroom with film to teach and to educate. We've done a lot of obviously fitness-oriented exercises to grow the level of fitness here. And then obviously inside training, we've tried to challenge the players and get them more comfortable inside the style of play that I'm asking them to play. So overall, we've just seen massive growth among the players that are here, and this is the time of year in our sport when you get better. It's the off season, the time where you can focus on players individually and grow them. And if you do that properly, you hope to elevate your program at the end of April.
And something that not a lot of people get to see is kind of this preseason. So for people who don't really know what goes on during your preseason, kind of help us out and explain a little bit of what you guys do differently that's beyond the normal preseason once you get to August and into that. So what's different about this time of the year?
I think the spring is more difficult than the fall because there is more time to train. There is not as much downtime in terms of preparation and recovery for matches. So the first part of it is we're only allowed 8 hours a week with our players, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it's fitness, it's weights and strength, and it's soccer nonstop all the time. And then we get into our mini, basically competition season, which is what we're in now, non-competitive NCAA competition. And we can play matches inside of that and be with the guys for a large period of time. They're still required to keep up their academics. So in my opinion, it's harder. There's more pressure to grow and to develop as an individual. And I think as a team, there's also more pressure to get better because come May, you go home for the summer and you are where you are. You either have made a lot of progress or you haven't. And, fortunately, I think we have. So we're in a good spot. But it's definitely not easy this time of year.
Something unique for you guys, at least this past weekend, was the alumni game. What was that like for you as first year as a coach, having some of those alumni come back and kind of see the former Trojans and the newer Trojans competing against you? So what was that like for you?
It was great because most of the guys that were on campus were guys that were here when I was an assistant or were here when I was leaving my first tenure as an assistant or were here when I arrived. So it was a good feeling to know that players want to come back. They feel comfortable coming back. We had a lot of nice conversations, and the alumni seem happy with the direction. Obviously, we have a long way to go, but they seem excited and upbeat, and that's important. The alumni here have always been strong and very supportive, and that means a lot to me. So it's important that we give them a good time when they're here, and then obviously show them a product that the future is going in the right way.
So what would be your kind of expectations ending out the rest of the preseason and kind of going into the summer and then into the true preseason? What are your expectations going to be of the guys, and what kind of product they're going to give you as a coach?
Well, we'd like to think come August, the program is just elevated completely in every area. We've done that with the character of the players, the structure of the program. We've done it academically, and now we've got to do it competitively. So the hope is come preseason that the level of the program on the field is elevated to another level. I think we will be there. Recruiting's gone very well as well, so we've added some really nice pieces to a really good puzzle already. So the hope is that it all starts to come together with the different teaching styles that we've brought here and the different ways we've challenged the players. The hope is, the fitness levels are high, the guys are strong and fit in strength, and they're ready to compete.
All right, Coach. Well, we appreciate your time, and we'll take a couple of months off, and we'll catch up with you in the preseason. But best of luck in the rest of the way.
Great, thank you.
And we'll catch up with you in a couple of months.
Sounds great, thank you.
All right. For head coach Sean Brennan, I'm Ryan Smith. This has been another edition of the UMO Coaches Show here on the Trojan Sports Network.